Kart 64. All cups 150cc with skips.
Alright, so let me fix my dashboard real quick. I need to update my game. Alright, here we go. These cartridges here. So, Peach is at it. Have we decided on Peach? Alright, I just accidentally said position. Strawberry, is Peach the deciding one?
Peach is the decided one.
Okay, here we go. Actually, I'm going to do something real quick before I get started. I'm going to up this up a little bit. Nope. Hopefully that should be fine. Alright, so I'm going to be doing the 150cc all cups with skips category. I'm going to be laying through all 16 of these tracks here, with using the various glitches and shortcuts and whatnot that this game has to offer. Here we go. Let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so unfortunately, because I'm playing as Peach, I can't do one of the skips that you can do right at the get-go. Normally I would go for a DK jump, where I try to jump off of DK and then land in the tunnel below. But that's not necessarily possible with Peach because he's not in the right spot. Alright. So the first thing I want to kind of explain is the main mechanic for going fast in this game is this drifting technique I'm doing called a mini turbo, where I oscillate the control stick back and forth at various intervals. As you notice, I'm kind of building up a charge with my smoke here, and once the charge is full, I can release it and get a smaller cruising speed. That's kind of how you mainly go fast in this game. It's hard to optimize. So I'm going to try to grab this item block here, because there's always a blue shell in that item block, and that's going to be useful once I reach the black 3 here. So the thing about the blue shell is that if you've ever played a Mario Kart game, you might know that the blue shell aims for whoever's in first place, but I'm kind of in first place, so we can use that to my advantage here. So the part of that top of that wall isn't necessarily solid, so by using that blue shell, I'm able to just fall down into the track below. It saves around 13 seconds. Like I said earlier, if I had Yoshi or Toad, I could do a different skip at the very start that saves an additional amount of time. Okay, so during these point screens, I'm holding start and mashing A, and that just allows them to go through quicker. Next is Moo Moo Farm. This does not have any shortcuts or skips of any kind, so I'm actually going to take this time to explain a few things. First of all, the bid war for characters was Yoshi, Toad, and Peach, and the reason why I had it between those three is that they're all actually the fastest characters. They all tie for having the same top speed, and they're all the fastest. Yoshi and Peach, however, are slightly heavier than Toad. They have the same weight, but they're both slightly heavier than Toad, which only matters when getting knocked around by other characters who are heavier than them. And also the reason why I mainly choose Yoshi is because he's quicker to select off the cart menu, but I'm supposed to be using Peach for this entire run. So I'm actually going to be losing a bit of time every single time I have to select a character. These walls are RNG, as to whether or not they'll spawn or not. But we don't worry about that. Okay. The thing you might be noticing is that the CPUs are actually staying pretty close to me. They do rubber band in this game, but they do so in a weird way. When a CPU is off camera, they'll actually enter a constant draft boost state, and they'll also drive through walls. It's rare that they do this, but it can happen, and when it does, it's really rare. And the item probabilities, by the way, are known in the memory, so I'll know when I have a chance of getting a specific item, and it's also known what items you can get in which places and stuff. Okay. Up next is Koopa Trooper Beach, which doesn't necessarily have any skips per se, but there's a couple of time savers we can utilize in this track. So, first of all, I'm going around the left side of this rock, because even though the right looks like it's a more direct path, it's actually faster to go around the left. So first we got the tunnel jump here. Pretty standard. This would be allowed in a no-skips run, because, you know, there's a category for no-skips, as it is a shortcut that was programmed, that was built into the track. I'm also going to be utilizing the glitch here that also does not count as a skip. Okay, so I just got triple red shells in first place, which you can't normally do. There's some mislabeled polygons to the right of the finish line that will mistakenly think you're back a lap. And so for a few frames, the game will think I'm in 8th place, and I can use that to... Okay, that red shell's pretty bad. That might hit me later. Basically, for a few frames, the game will think I'm in 8th place, and I can get an 8th place item. And obviously, you know, I'm hoping for something like that. I'm hoping for something like that, like a speed item, such as a star or holding my turn. There's a backup jump you can do if you don't get it, but you usually don't have to do that. Right. So that went pretty well. I got the tunnel jump 3 for 3, which is always nice, and I got a decent item from one of the from one of the finish line glitches. Okay, next is Calamari Desert. This is going to be the first track where I sandbag for items. In this instance, I'm going to want... There's a bunch of items, shortcuts I could use with shells, but the primary item I want is a star. So what I'm actually going to do is grab the item boxes and then go back into 8th place and look for a star. But what item I get is completely random, so... Alright, I actually got a star. A star is the highest probability item you can get in 8th place, and also you have the highest probability of getting a star in 8th place. I believe it's a 30% chance. So I'm going to use the star on the next lap. Basically, this is an intended shortcut that I'm going to be doing in an unintended way. The developer has intended for you to take the train tracks to my left. You could actually go inside of them and then go into the tunnel. And as you cross by the finish line, activate the star, and it will move you forward one lap. But I'm going to take advantage of how it was programmed, and I'm actually going to enter it through the opposite way. Through the tunnel, wait for the light key to just show up, which is going to be right around here. Turn around, activate the star, drive it to the background, and skip a lap. If I happen to get red shells, I could use them to also get past the train tracks after going through the tunnel, which would save a bit more time. Oh. Okay, if the camera's zoomed out when you're holding an item like that, which I didn't get to show off, but it actually reduces lag. And after every cup, I reset the console because it skips the trophy center. I don't want to watch that. Alright. Time for Toast Turnpike, which has my least favorite skip in the run, personally. Let's see if I can get this. Been reasonable amount of times. So that was intentional, that was not an accident. Okay, I didn't get that. That was a mistake. Okay, so I need to move this up here. So let's see if I get this now. Alright, there we go. So basically what just happened there is when the Kichu puts you down after he picks you up, he actually can't pick you up again while he's still on the screen. And so you can utilize that to kind of beat him out of bounds and then make it on the lower track below. Now, I believe I did that skip in the proper way, which means that at the beginning of the next lap here, I should be able to just jump out of bounds. Yeah. So, because of the way I did that first skip, it actually, basically, if you do the first jump and you stay above the road when you do it, you don't necessarily have to ramp on the road. As long as you make the jump and you're above the road at some point when you make the jump, then it breaks the checkpoints for whatever reason. And so it just allows me to jump out of bounds right there and then get warped halfway across the track. the case for quite a few skips in this run. Just kind of jump somewhere, and then the game gets confused, and so it puts you like half a lap ahead. So overall, that didn't go too badly. Messed up a little bit, but nothing too major. Definitely better than average. Okay, next is Frappe Snowland. This is literally the easiest shortcut in the game. Like, if you're watching this at home, you could literally turn on your N64 and do this right now. It's actually not hard. So what I'm going to do is turn around at the start. I'm going to head over to the bridge, stop, turn back around, jump from the bridge into the snow without touching the road, cross the finish line, and then I'm going to get stuck. Now watch what happens in the lower left-hand corner. So what's happening here is when you normally cross the finish line the intended way, your lap counter increments, and when you do it the opposite way, your lap counter decrements. So what I'm doing is getting my teacher to consistently place me behind the finish line without ever decrementing my lap. And so, as you can see, I can finish all 3 laps faster than a no-skips player could actually finish 1. And we're already done. That track's pretty easy. This next track is a good run ender. It's very easy to lose a run to this track. This is the first of 2 levels where I'll be going for a jump off of a wall. There are certain slanted walls in this game where if you run into them with the right amount of speed and angle, you have a 1-frame window where you can actually get a jump off of them. And I'm going to attempt a couple of different ones here for some big air. And they save a lot of time if you get them, but again, they're a 1-frame window, and sometimes they can literally be impossible. Alright, so I didn't get it. That's a 0-frame window where your speed is just so high that the only thing the game can do is let you tumble. Alright, but I got the backup jump. That one's a little bit more lenient, but it's still harder. So basically a 0-frame jump is where you have no frame where it's possible to make the jump. Like, it's literally impossible. Alright, kind of going there. This tends to be what happens when you get here in roads. You just kind of run into walls. And I kind of that again. Typically when I try to go for that again, I just run it up mostly and never get over. I still got one more chance to show this off. No, I'm not going to go for the weather tank, though. But I got one more shot to get this wall jump here. Yeah, that just kind of happened. Alright, I'll try this jump. I'll try the backup jump again. I kind of have to beat Luigi here, because if I don't, if I get 5th place or worse on a track, I actually have to redo the entire race, so... Fortunately, the CPUs aren't too fast when you're far behind them. Okay, thank God! That was really close. Okay, that was really close. Again, if you get 5th place or worse, unless you tie, then you can just immediately get screwed. And I would have lost like 2 minutes if that had happened, but thankfully it didn't. Alright, time for Mario Raceway. There is a shortcut I might attempt here if I get a mushroom. After I spin out. Okay, if I get a decent speed item here. Nope. I don't know the red shell shortcut very well, so I'm just gonna kind of drive around and if I get a speed item, I'll kind of do that. Maybe skip here. Shortcut. Don't know the red shell shortcut. The thing is, okay, I'll give it a shot here. So what I'm going to try to do here is after a couple of turns, I'm going to try to jump the wall. It's kind of difficult though. Alright. You kind of saw what I was trying to do there. It's very difficult. And doesn't really save you a whole lot of time. I want to show it off. The thing about lightnings in this game is that they happen rarely. A CPU in 8th place has a 1% chance of getting a lightning. They can use them, but also the CPUs can't actually throw shells at you. They can't pick up red or blue shells, and they can pick up green shells, but they'll never use them. So if I ever get hit by a shell, it's one that I shot out. And if I get hit by a green shell, it's a green shell I shot forwards. If you're noticing, I shoot my green shells backwards. And that's because you cannot get hit by your own green shell if it's shot backwards. Other CPUs can, but you can't. Alright, time for Wario Stadium. This track can either be really short or really long. It depends on how nice the game wants to be today. The really known shortcut here, you can kind of note this wall if you do it correctly. And again, if the game wants to be nice to you. Okay, yeah, if you mess up this jump once, you kind of have to fight tooth and nail to get over. Okay, there we go. You can actually jump back over. This jump's even harder than the first run. It's another one of those jumps that's frame perfect and sometimes literally impossible. Tends to be what happens when you get here and realize you just won't just fall endlessly and never get over. But that was actually not too bad. Wasn't that great, but you know what? I'll take it. Yeah, typically anything under a minute is typically what you want to aim for, but usually I have to pretty much aim for anything in the 30s or below. Alright, Sherbert Land, there are no skips on this track. The penguins are on cycles. I don't really want to run into them, so I'm going to try to avoid them, obviously. Since I have a Moo, which gives me invincibility frames, I don't have to worry about that for this cavern. Also, I don't want to fall into the water on this track, because if I do, then there's an extra animation where you kind of turn into a frozen ice cube, and like, he has to come get you out. And it wastes a couple extra seconds. A thing about boos in this game is that they actually function exactly like normal item boxes. In other words, a boo doesn't steal items from other CPUs, it just gives you the same item probability you have if you were just playing normally, although it also has a 20% chance of giving you nothing. Boo is also a very rare item to get in this game, especially in PvP mode. It's a 5% chance in first place and second place, and you can't get it anywhere else, sort of thing. Okay. It's very easy for it to run into a penguin and that will knock you into the water. Alright, when I'm about to spin out like that, I start trying to slow down or tap the D button. That kind of prevents me from spinning out. Also, when I'm at a stop and I need to accelerate, I'll actually triple tap A, and that causes me to accelerate faster, which is something that only really affects 4 of the characters, which are the 3 lightweights that I talked about earlier, Yoshi, Peter, and also Bowser kind of gets an influence from it. Bowser sucks, so we don't use him. Right. That could have gone worse, so I'm happy with how that went. A lot of unfortunate things can happen on that track. Okay, it's time for Royal Raceway. Another one of my generally not liked tracks, but I've been getting better at it recently, so it's not too bad. So there's kind of only one main shortcut I can abuse here to save a lot of time. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to try to hop across the river here and get a specific part of it. Alright, so if you see that polygon line, you want to hit just to the right of it. And that makes the game think that you attempted to jump from this ramp and missed. So it puts me about like 15 seconds into the track. Skip seconds. that's what I'm going to be attempting on the 3 laps. There's also the ramp jump you can do, where you can jump from the ramp and try to land on the other side of the river, but that saves literally half a second, and I'm bad at it, so I'm not going to bother with it. I might attempt it on the 3rd lap, though. I feel like it. Yeah, sometimes if your driving gets really hard, you can just spin out like that, and when I do that, it's hard to make the jump. You have a 10% chance of getting a mushroom in first place, which is it actually happens a bit more often than the 3. And also when you use a mushroom, you're generally very good at drifting when you're doing it. Alright, 3 for 3. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt the ramp jump just to kind of try and show it off. I'm probably not gonna get it though. Okay, I think that's actually fine. So basically what I just did there is I tricked like P2 into putting me in around the last corner here. Again, that saves literally all the time. Okay. We only got one more race in this cup, and it's Bowser's Castle. Another no skips track. The thwomps are always on cycles, but the cycles can kind of vary depending on how well I drive. So I know what the cycles for the thwomps are going to be in the next room on the first lap, but on the second 2 laps I kind of have to improvise. So I always know to go to the right here. And there's various types of thwomps there, and on 150cc there's actually 3 thwomps that block you there. Which is one of the few changes between difficulty levels, like few track changes. I mean, if you have donations to read, you can probably read them now. There's not really a whole lot to talk about here.
Fortunately, we do not have any donations. Please get them in if you would like to donate. Our next donation incentive to be met is going to be Drake percent in 007 Nightfire. That's a $10 goal. Also, if there's anyone just joining us, you are watching Trashathon 2017. This is a fundraiser marathon to raise money for... Okay, this is really annoying. I can hear myself through the other computer. We're raising money for the Testicular Cancer Society. They help out the testicular cancer survivors, current sufferers, and caregivers. So please help them out a little bit.
Reset. Now we've just got one more cup. Alright. So now we got, first off, we got DK's Jungle Parkway for Special Cup. This track is going to be very similar to Frappe Snowland and how it goes. Hopefully you remember how that goes, except it's a little bit harder. So I'm actually going to once again turn around at the start here and go back into the tunnel. I'm going to try to line this up here. Basically, what I'm going to try to do is clip out of bounds and then fall back inbounds after crossing the finish line, which skips a lap. Okay, so I didn't fall back into the cave, but this is fine. Alright, so now I just got to do that, something like that, 3 more back, 2 more back. It's actually kind of worse if you land in the cave. hold on to this, because if I happen to get lucky, I can hold on to it during the points, the results screen, and save a few seconds of lag. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, I'm fine. So I didn't land back in the cave. It is possible to land back in the cave, but that's better alternative. Alright, so optimally that would have been about 20 seconds better. So I'm actually going to go for a couple of different strats on Yoshi Valley. The first I'm going to attempt is try to get triple mushrooms to perform a various lap skip 3 times, but if that doesn't work, we have other options. So we're going to see what type of RNG I get here. So pray for triple mushrooms if you want to see this level done fast. Alright, I got a star. So we're going to do a different option. I'm going to be taking the far right path here, which is actually the slowest route through Yoshi Valley. But the thing about taking this right path is that it actually kind of breaks the checkpoint system for this level for whatever reason. To where if I go here, and then just jump off, and then cross the finish line, it counts a lap. That only works if you take the far right path. Alright. So now with the star, I'm going to do the skip that I would have done if I got the triple mushrooms. I've been spinning out a lot this round. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Now line this up here. Alright, that should work. So I'm going to hit that line and get a bounce left, and for whatever reason that messes up the checkpoints to the point where I just skips an entire lap. Alright, so next is Banshee Boardwalk, which doesn't have any skips, but I am looking at the CPU charts here, and I noticed that I got Wario and DK in the top 4. If I can get one of them to come in first, and for me to come in third, we can do some interesting stuff at the start of Rainbow Road. But of course, that kind of relies on the CPUs being good. You can read some more donations if you want there already.
Nope, we're still broke.
Alright, there we go. We got Wario second. So I just gotta hope he stays there. Uh-oh. He hit something. Now Toad's taking him over. Guys, make sure you root for Wario. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's not. Pretty sure I got my rivals to be Toad and Yoshi. So basically, rivals are chosen in this game by using a counter on the character select screen. Like, once you choose your character, it determines who your rivals are. And because I picked Peach, normally when I pick Yoshi, my rivals end up being DK and Wario, but because I picked Peach, I have different rivals. So just okay, Wario's in second. I hope he stays there. So now the plan is to have Wario win the race, and then have me come right after Yoshi does. So I'm gonna kind of wait here. This might seem kind of slow, but trust me, it'll work out. Alright, so now I'm going to do something really cool at the start of Rainbow Road, which makes that wait worth it. Trust me, you're not going to regret this. Thank you, Wario, for helping me out there. So that kind of skips half the lap, pretty much. And also, it also prevents me from doing the horrible normal skip that I'm really bad at. So now I have a green shell, which I'm going to hold on until the end of the lap. Because there's something cool I can do with this, if I do it properly. And the reason why that CPU jump worked is because Wario's heavier than Peach. She's one of the heavyweights. So when a lightweight jumps into a heavyweight with a boost, you can get a lot of good air. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to use this green shell to do something kind of cool. Alright, there we go. So this is very similar to what happens in Frappe Snowland also. I'm going to cross the finish line from falling, but now, once Lakitu puts me back down, I will be an entire lap ahead. So now I have even more time to go back, get another green shell, and do that skip again. That was a really good Rainbow Road. That would be a... I'm pretty sure that would be a gold if I were splitting. So time's going to be when I cross the finish line again because I'm doing the time in there. 30:56. That's really, really good. That is 40 seconds off my PB. 150 Rainbow Road. That's definitely my new best Rainbow Road time. Again, that would have been a gold if I were splitting. Alright. That's Mario Kart 64. A couple of things I'm going to say before the end of the run here. If you want to see someone who's even better at this game than I am, check out Abney317. He streams this game quite often. He has the world record for both skips and no skips. He's really good at the game. Also, if you're interested in running the time trials for this game, I myself don't bother with time trials, but there's a lot of people who do. There's a very active community for them. Mario Kart 64 is definitely a website you want to check out. So, yeah. Those are the 2 runs I'll be doing for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning with some more. I guess, do you want to let the credits roll out, Strawberry, and then we'll move on or something?
Alright, we have received a $10 donation from your neighbor, my dude. And he's also posted in chat, "Stop being broke. Sincerely, a neighbor." Thanks, fam. Are you still good to come over here and take over when I need to practice and sleep and stuff? It's not that, it's only 5 monitors. I've also received... Let's check this. I think my push to talk button is dying. We've also received a $1 donation from I Love Blue Ludes. I'm sorry. It's a $1 donation that says, "I want to hear this man singing. I want his voice through my..."
Sorry. But you're not going to hear that.
Alright, Super Vipers, thanks so much for your runs. We will see you tomorrow for Pack and Roll.
Those were really fun. That Mario Kart 64 run was amazing. That Rainbow Road, pretty much unbeatable for my skill level. That was a pretty decent run. I'm pretty happy. I'm really happy I got to play those 2 games for a good cause as well. Thanks for having me, and I'm excited to do my other 2 runs tomorrow.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having you. We'll see if we can get that donation incentive met.
Yeah.
Till then, we'll catch you around, man.
This is actually my fourth best time for this. This is actually the fourth time I've ever gotten to 30, and it was with Peach of all characters.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I guess Peach isn't really that bad. I mean, I got to do one of the CPU jumps.
Alright, so we're back on the main headset and the main mic. And I think my blue snowball might be dead, so I think I'm going to be in the market for a new desk mic here very shortly. Up next, at precisely noon o'clock, we will have Metroid Prime 2 80% Glitchless by Dragolinas. So, looking forward to that run. Till then, we will swap over to our BRB.
Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and mic for a second.
Alright, for anyone who is curious about our upcoming donation incentives, the Undertale Metaton Sing-Along has $1 of the $10 necessary. Why am I hearing myself? Oh, Tiltify tends to open up a stream window. Alright, so we do have $1 of the 10 necessary for the Undertale Metaton Sing-Along, and then Super Mario Odyssey New Donk City Festival has 5 out of the $10. Now, there are a couple more Super Mario Odyssey donation incentives. There is the Scooter Chase, also a $10 price tag, and the Sombrero and Poncho for $10. Pretty much everything is $10 except the Perfect Run for Mario Galaxy 2, which is $20. 007 Nightfire Drake percent coming up. That's the next one. It's not going to be the next run, but the run after that, and that's a $10 donation. So if you want to see Drake percent in 007 Nightfire, get those donations in. Till then, we will be right back. Thank you so much for watching Trashathon 2017.